What's up, yeah? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Atlanta Falcons Nation. The crew is here. We in the building today, in our own buildings, but we in the building. So, what's going on, everybody? Go ahead and get up in here. Realize that we on live. We know we had to come in and talk about some of these cuts and waves and all that kind of stuff. Off season starting to get a little busy. And I'm excited. Mad Mike, what's up with you, bro?
I told you so. Oh, baby, I told you so. That's
Tell Mad Mike not to do that again, everybody. Just say, don't do that. Hey, Rico, flied away. Oh, y'all already with the jokes all wrecked. I see you, Spencer Montgomery. Y'all already. He fly away. Yes, baby. Get my little imaginary flag and, fan. Let the church say amen.
Amen. Lord.
Lord. $100 on the collection plate.
All right. Let me go ahead and clean house. Y'all go ahead and introduce who you are. We'll start with the person above me.
Hook'em Horns, aka the demon of Death Valley. No, I'm just fucking with you. Hey, I'm just Mad Mike, man. Everybody know what I'm about. The facts. The stats
and the stats.
The truth. That's all we about.
And your love for number 2. Say that louder. For the folks
number
in the back.
2. Oh, Lord, that's my baby. Oh, Lord Jesus, that's my baby. No, I'm just
Lord, they ain't know about all that now, but
hey, they already think I'm fruity for Matt anyway. I might as well play along with it.
Yeah, you know what? I seen a comment earlier that was on the old video talking about Mad Mike don't like women. I said, oh, okay.
I said, that's what I'm talking about. I might as well. Y'all already think I'm fruity for Matt, so I might as well be. Just play along with it.
You don't get that bullshit about him, man.
But yeah. All right, let's stop playing around though, for real. Who we got next to Mad Mike? For the folks that don't know who you are.
Mr. Jew Talk Sports, aka Juju on that beat, all that.
Juju.
The People's Champ, whatever y'all want to call me.
I love it.
Okay then. Okay. All right, and right up underneath him, who is that?
I think I should do the introduction when I do well, right?
I know he was scheming. I knew it.
I'm about to say,
I told you, I knew he was scheming.
Somebody requested it. Said, "Where is the harmonica?" There you go.
Hey, look, it's brandish now. So it looks gangster.
Oh man!
But you don't got a new one?
No, it's the same one. I had to clean it.
No.
But yeah, they already know. Boy just cashed out. 6 man.
Reggie said he ran to the Mac to see that we was on live. That's right. That's right.
Okay, man. That's man, I love it.
Yeah.
Now you don't know when we're gonna come on, but we be here.
Yeah, like
and
I said,
of course,
just cased out the 6 man. The fat guy with the beard, you already know. Whatever y'all
fat
want.
Guy with a beard, okay. Of course, I'm Miss Maggie T, as always. Miss Hawks News, Braves News, Falcons News on my own channel. Appreciate everybody that's been subscribed to me. I'm about to be at 300 people. I'm excited. Small accomplishments. I'm excited about that. I'm coming for.
I still got a long way
to Mad Mike. Well, hey, that's all right.
I got a long way. I'm coming with. Hey, you see it? I'm coming with it.
And you know what? You talk sports. We didn't even realize where you at right about now. This man about to hit.
Man, Jew coming fast, man. Jew is coming fast, bro. He's about to be at 900 really quick. So you gotta Go check him out, man. Jew Talk Sports, man. I guarantee you will not be disappointed, especially if you're an informative Falcons fan. You won't know nothing but the facts and the truth.
I'm about sick of this hair, y'all. Look at this. Come on. Get this hair together. But thank you. It just be flying all over the place. But anyway, so let's get into what we're talking about. You know, everybody talk about fly away Ricardo. So let's get into that. How do y'all feel about, it wasn't thanks for what you're doing. It was just fly away. That's how everybody feel right about now. There's no love, along with Alan Bailey and Kurt Benkert. And I just did a video, and it's funny. I was talking about backup quarterbacks, and then as I was recording, I seen that news too. I was like, see, sometimes things work out, So we appreciate everybody here. So what do you think? What do you guys think about all of that? Ricardo Allen. I feel like we already talked about this before, didn't we? We felt that.
We definitely did. Let's just go in order. I want to go in order as far as the name is concerned. I'll start with Ricardo Allen. I think this is more so a locker room changer because, as we all know, we have a head coach. He wants his guys in, and Ricardo Allen, I still think he can, depending on the scheme. I think he's no longer a free safety that you're going to line up and tell him to, cover the entire field. He's just not that type of safety anymore. He's a 2-deep safety, and that's what he is a cover 2 safety. If you don't understand what 2-deep is, but that's what he is at this point in his career. He had a torn Achilles, and it pretty much ended his career. Pretty much ended his career for the most part, slowed it down. I don't know about ending his career, but it saves about $6 to $7 million. About $67 million for Ricardo Allen. Like I said, I just truly believe that it's one of those moves where the head coach, the defensive coordinator, they want their leader on the team. Ricardo Allen is the last, when we come talking about Dan Quinn, chosen leaders, chosen guys, Ricardo Allen was the first guy. He saw him on the practice squad and said, this guy is my free safety. So he is that guy. So this is something that had to happen. I think we all kind of knew that Ricardo Allen was going to be the first one going. Alan Beatty, he's just a cap casualty. Just when you look at the Falcons and the defense that they want to run, he just doesn't fit this new scheme. He's an older veteran defensive end and whatnot. Can't really play defensive tackle, so that pretty much limits what he can do. That right there was inevitable. But the last one kind of, and y'all gonna be mad as hell when I say this. Kurt being on the roster. All you Matt Ryan haters, I hope you got your ears all the way open, okay? All the way open. This pretty much guarantee that Matt Ryan is going to be on the roster for this year, okay? I hate to tell you guys that. No, I know. I love to tell you guys that. This guarantee that Matt Ryan is going to be on the roster because we have only one quarterback on the roster. So there's no way in hell, all right? No chance in hell that you trade Matt Ryan, okay? No chance in hell that you trade Matt Ryan when he's the only quarterback and they're trying to install the offense. So they guarantees it, all right? So ha to the fucking ha to all you Matt Ryan haters. Ha, bitches.
Well,
that's all I got to say.
Excuse me.
God damn.
I felt that.
Hey, man, I gotta tell the truth,
but Terry did say, and I said this in my video, that he is going to be drafting some quarterbacks though in off season. So but they already kind of established that Matt and Julio are staying, so there's no doubt about that. But let Mike gloat a little bit, but we are going to get some more backup quarterbacks most likely because we need them now.
I'll go if I had the damn look. If I was the only one with a goddamn fruit chew or a damn chewy, I'll be the only motherfucker. Ha ha ha! Look, I got the goddamn fruit. I'm gonna gloat regardless of the fact. All right, I'm just happy. Okay, can I be happy for one time? I just want to be happy.
You happy? Just don't cuss me out being happy.
Okay. I'm just saying.
What's up, Jew? You look like you got something to say. It don't even look like you got something to say.
Jew itching, boy. Jew is itching.
Something to say.
Yeah. Hey, we already know Ricardo Allen was on his way out. Like I said, y'all, if y'all watched my video earlier, I made a video earlier today. During the post-game press conference, the last game of the season, basically Ricardo Allen was like, well, I want to come back if they want me back. But he seen the writing was on the wall. Like Mike was just saying, like Dan Quinn, he was like hand chosen by Dan Quinn. He went from being a practice squad player, being changed from a cornerback over to the safety role. And basically Dan Quinn kind of cultivated him. Like as much as we say Dan Quinn in their regime, they didn't cultivate players or they didn't develop players. I don't know if we can really say that because I see Ricardo Allen go from like a guy playing a whole nother position to morphing into one of the leaders of our team and basically the voice of the team. Like anytime the Falcons were on a losing streak, Will McFadden talked about it on y'all interview. Y'all go back and watch the interview. He talked about Ricardo Allen being a great guy on and off the field. He talked about how pretty much every player on the team looked Ricardo Allen. Like he was that vocal leader in the locker room. So like what Mike was just saying, it's just like now that the new regime is here, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to bring in one of their guys. Like they're trying to morph this locker room into what they want it to be. And when you have one of the old captains from the last regime, it's hard to do that. So, I mean, we all seen Ricardo Allen. His game has regressed season after season now that he had that injury. So we pretty much, like I said, the writing was on the wall. I love Ricardo Allen because he's one of those players that went from being cut to being on the starting. Like I basically seen every stage of his career. He came onto the roster as a practice squad player. Then he was actually a starter. Then he was a captain. So I seen him all the way through. So, I mean, I just wish him nothing but the best. Personally, I feel that he possibly should go into coaching because everybody talks about how great and how smart he is. Like he talked about wanting to be an offensive coordinator when he retires. So I definitely think I don't want to, say that he needs to retire now because he still may want to play. But I could see him going somewhere like Dallas because Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator there. Even if he's not a starter, I could see him being a rotational player and like a special teams player if he's not a starter somewhere else. But if he's like done, like if he doesn't want to go play anywhere else but Atlanta, then I could easily see him going and being a part of a coaching staff and trying to work his way up. Because when be a coach in this league, especially be a head coach, it takes time. Like you got to work your way up from the bottom. So I definitely think that Ricardo Allen's time here was a successful career. Like if you've seen what he started off as and what he is now, I mean, that dude got it out the mud. Like he got out the mud. So I wish him nothing but the best. Alan Bailey, to me, he's always been just a rotational guy. I never looked at Alan Bailey as like that main guy. You got Alan Bailey to be like your third or fourth string defensive end. He was another guy brought over from the Kansas City Chiefs because Bob Sutton was brought over and he kind of knew about Alan Bailey. He played under Bob Sutton when he was the defensive coordinator in Kansas City. So Alan Bailey is one of those just cap casualties. I mean, he really didn't. If you go look at his stats last year, he didn't even play a whole lot last year. And we all know last year our defensive line was, once we cut Tack, we really was slim pickings on our defensive line. Like we were starting guys like Steven Means. We were starting guys like Jacob Tuioti and Mariner. So we had a young defensive line last year and guys that were unproven. And Alan Bailey couldn't play over those guys. So, I mean, we already knew pretty much he was going to be a cap casualty. And then Ben Kirk, I think that's the most interesting cut just for the mere fact of Matt Ryan's the only quarterback on our roster. So like Miss Agassi was just saying, and I said this in my video earlier as well, don't be surprised if we draft a quarterback. Don't be surprised. Now, I don't know if it's at that number 4 spot, but even if we do, and I've been saying this from the beginning, when I made my Justin Fields videos, you guys go definitely check out my channel. I made this video maybe a month or 2 ago about Justin Fields. And I basically said, if he comes to Atlanta, he's not starting day one. So it doesn't matter. Like, he could easily be sitting behind Matt Ryan for another 2 years. Depending on how successful Matt Ryan is this year, which I can really see Matt Ryan having an MVP season. I know this might open a lot of eyes, like, wow, that's a bold prediction. But we all knew what Matt Ryan did under Kyle Shanahan in that play action pass offense, running the ball, West Coast style offense. I mean, Matt Ryan, that's like that he succeeds. He's at his best playing in that style of offense. So if we, play under this run first style offense and then let Matt Ryan use the play action pass, I really could see Matt Ryan having an MVP style season. And you kind of can compare Matt Ryan. If you look at the year that Aaron Rodgers had this year, he won the MVP. And if you think about it, last year they drafted, I think his name is Jordan Love as his backup. That basically like put that chip on Aaron Rodgers' shoulder to show them like, I'm not done yet. Like, I still got a lot of game left. And I think the same thing will happen with Matt Ryan. I don't think Matt Ryan really cares whether they draft a quarterback or not. He's already came out and said it. I don't know if you guys seen the interview he did with Rich Eisen, but he talked about, like, my job is to be professional. Whoever comes in this locker room behind me, whether we draft a quarterback or not, my job is to be professional. My job is to teach the guy behind me, whoever it is, what I know. But at the same time, Matt Ryan got a lot left in the tank. So I think if we do draft a quarterback, that's not going to do anything but just make Matt Ryan that more ticked off and just put an extra chip on his shoulder, because we already know that Matt Ryan has a chip on his shoulder. He might not ever come out and say it on social media, but Matt Ryan sees everything and he hears everything. I know a lot of y'all think that athletes, when they say I'm not on social media, I don't watch and I don't listen to ESPN and I don't watch all of these shows. Trust me, Matt Ryan. Exactly. Matt Ryan sees all of that stuff. He sees all of that stuff. Noodle arm. He sees all of it. And trust me, he's getting ready right now. Like, he's working out right now and getting ready for this season. And I really think that Matt Ryan's gonna have a big year this year, especially because we finally have an offensive coordinator that's gonna run the dang on ball.
Run the goddamn ball.
And with that being said, I'm gonna let K Styles take it before I get on my go on my rant.
That wasn't a rant then?
Nah, that was just a little taste of what I had.
Hey, that was just a little bit. That was a tease.
Okay. K Styles.
Y'all said run the damn ball.
That's right, Mark. Run the damn. I like how you spelled it. Damn ball.
Damn. So let me respectfully say this, Ricardo Allen, like you said, we done seen him get cut, come back. Like I said, the story is good. Like I said, we appreciate everything he done.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I think what happened was this coaching staff seen his, like you said, seen his regression the last couple years and seeing how late he is. It was, like you said, it was just a matter of time. I mean, like I said, let him fall to the wayside. Like I said, you still have a safety in the wings back there with Jalen Hawkins, so I definitely think they're gonna see what he got going on. Alan Bailey, I forgot he was on the damn team, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Who? I forgot he was on the team. But who? Was that 93? I was like, wait a minute, Dwight Freeney came? Nah, that ain't Dwight Freeney. I don't see a spin.
Let's put it back up just in case somebody is late of who we cut. Just in case. But yeah.
Alan Bailey. Alan Bailey wasn't on the field. He got cut. But sucks. Are you threatening me? but for real. Like I said, Alan Bailey just wasn't making enough impact. I mean, like you said, the contract that he had, like I said, we're looking at this regime. They're looking at it in a different light. Like Mike said, and like what you said, they want their type of guys. If you look at, like I said, now it puts more pressure on Deion Jones and Grady Jarrett to be that leader in the locker room, because Now you don't have nobody to really turn to. Who's gonna step up and be that leader now? Now, Ben Kirk, it was a matter of time because they didn't get his guy a shot at anything. Even when he did get a chance in the preseason, he was getting hurt. So he's been in the game a good little while, but you don't see enough of him. So they're not going to take a chance in keeping him around. Like you said, a quarterback is definitely going to get drafted. We just don't know when. It could be 4. It could be in the 2nd round. It could be in the 3rd round or 4 or so.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day,
I feel a strong 2nd for some reason. I feel a strong 2nd round. I don't know. I don't know.
I can see that. I feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's definitely because there's so many needs that the Falcons have. It's just like when you look at it financially, that's I keep going back to that. Like I'm not afraid of them drafting a quarterback with the 4th pick. My issue is that if they do that, they would have to get rid of their 2nd and 3rd round more likely because the salary cap. I mean, they just cleared up $10 million just cutting 2 players. That's not enough money. That's barely enough money to sign the drafting players. So like that's barely enough for that. So it still have a lot of things to do as far as that concerned. So man, like I said, man, I honestly believe it's going to be 2nd or 3rd round for the Falcons to draft a quarterback. I absolutely agree, Miss Maggie.
Look, Devon, you in this comment.
Rico Allen can run around the field chasing butterflies for fun now.
Twisted Torch, and go ahead and y'all subscribe to him as well. This is another AFN crew member. If you don't know who he is, go ahead and check him out on his channel. But Rico only looked good when all the defense is playing well, honestly. Okay.
Well, he still ran on America Online dial-up speed, so that was a rare occasion. He was looking like Thomas Day Cool back there.
Tony Wright said, I wouldn't be surprised if Dante Fowler is the big salary cap casualty player that will get released.
He read my mind. That's the main thing I've been saying.
It'll probably be June 1st before they would have to make a move before they'd be able, because he's still like the only outside linebacker that they have. And defensive end. So it I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but I could see June 1st casualty. Them announcing that they're gonna cut him June 1st, but I don't think he'll be cut until June 1st.
Yeah.
Because they would have to restructure his deal in order for him in order for them to save money. They don't save money cutting him. They would have to restructure his deal. He would have to agree with it, and they would have to cut him to save money. So it doesn't give them, and this is why I've been telling the Falcons fans, like the money issue for the Falcons is just horrendous at this time. So they would have to talk Dante Fowler into doing them a favor, paying them $2 million, and I don't think any player want that. I think the player gonna want their money. So I guess they'll give him a Popeye's biscuit if you restructure the deal or something. I don't know.
No, they're gonna give him a Popeye's biscuit with no drain.
Oh, ugly.
Oh my God.
Nice
crazy.
Ice finesse. He said have him re-sign back, release him and re-sign him back. Man, you sound worse than Smokey. Count big worm money and then flipping the same dollars around.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, flip over, 120. Yeah.
We got a guest host in the house. That might be Jude.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hey son.
He done popped in and ran out. That boy asked for some popcorn.
Right. So here's my question to everybody that's on this screen right now. Hold on, I'm trying to woosah this thing right. So when the hell is James Carpenter getting cut? When do y'all think he gonna get cut?
He probably will be. They ain't finished yet. They just wanted to go ahead and get rid of Ricardo. I kind of felt he was like already out the door first. So
right, but hey, like I said, we got plenty more cuts and restructures to go. I mean, like Mike said before, like I said, that salary cap is at 190 million. That's actually a lot higher than I thought they was gonna go from what they were saying all up until this point. So you won't have to do as much as far as restructuring and cuts as you would think, but you still need it because you got too many guys that you got to resign unless you're gonna franchise tag somebody. And that franchise tag, that franchise tag costs a lot. What he talking about?
And Falcons cap's been so messed up. The Falcons are going to have to open their OnlyFans account to sign players.
Oh my God! Oh Lord!
Fans, they probably already got a Mike Vick OnlyFans account.
Oh, Mike Vick OnlyFans. Where they gonna have the Vic 7?
Oh, Michael Vick, you run so fast. Let me see your shoes, Michael.
Crazy.
So fast. Matt Ryan so slow.
Open a fans only. Quick question: who are going to place the franchise? Who are we placing the franchise tag on?
I think they'll probably get Keanu Neal that franchise tag. That's the only thing I could think they would do if they're not comfortable giving him.
I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Him putting the tag on him.
Yeah. And Alice Mack gonna definitely. I think he definitely gonna be gone. Yeah. It's hen dog 50. It's hen dog time now. So.
Yeah, I don't even want Mac back. Like I've seen his regression also as an offensive lineman. He's just not that guy what he once was. And you need better guards around if you want to savor Mac's career. And I just don't think he's athletic. He's not athletic. We saw the Falcons this year get shredded up the middle, and that's because Mac isn't the guy he once was. He's not that physically. You still know the tricks of the trade of being an offensive lineman, but that only takes you so far when your athleticism, leaves. So I don't even want Alex Mack back.
Yeah, I agree. I think with Alex Mack, it's like you want to let Hennessy grow. And we've seen in that the couple games that Hennessy played, he actually got better as he was playing. So, like, you can only learn so much in practice and watching somebody else play. Like, you need to get out there and get that game time, go out there and actually get that experience. So, I think Hennessy's, like, to be honest, I think he's ready. He needs to get that game experience. And at this point, like you said, Alex Mack is not what he once was. And he's just going to garner too much money at this point. So, it's like, you'll be better off just going with the young guy. I would just go with Hennessy, let Hennessy start to grow. Because we already was talking about that. That's the reason we drafted. We drafted him to come in and actually be the next, the predecessor. So let this guy, spread his wings. He ain't gonna be able to do that with Alex Mack here, especially because we decided we weren't gonna play Hennessy at guard. So it's like that was a waste of a draft pick. You might as well play him.
Yeah. I totally agree. This man said franchise tag to Ridley. He's still on his rookie deal, right?
Yeah, he on his rookie deal.
He's still got about another year.
I think he has a year left. Yeah, I think after this year he's a free agent.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Because, like I said, man, this is a new regime. It's like we don't know if they want to spend money on receivers. Like Terry Fontenot may not want to, because when you look at the way that New Orleans did with their receivers, they never played their receivers or their tight ends. They never paid their receivers and tight ends. They put all their money into the defensive line and the offensive line and Drew Brees. So it's like the way that they structure their contracts and they built their team. The only person that really got paid as far as receivers is concerned was Michael Thomas, and this just happened this year, and they're already looking to get rid of him. So like, are we really gonna save? Are we really gonna keep Julio, who's making $20 million a year? Okay, $20 million a year, and then you want to turn around and give Calvin really going to get at the very least $16 million. Okay, at the very least $16 million because of the market is going to go up. So he's gonna, his agent is going to ask for the most. He's going to ask for $18 million to $20 million for Calvin Ridley, and it's up to one. It really is. It's up to Arthur Smith. If he wants to spend that money on a receiver, he may not want to spend that. He may want to spend that on getting a offensive lineman and a tight end or running back. Like he might want to spend that money in a collective gathering. But as far as like keeping them, like I don't know, man. Like I keep telling people, do not be surprised if the Falcons decide that they draft a receiver in the second, third round. You see them drafting one in the second round for sure. You got like Waddle, somebody like that that's coming out. There's a lot of talented receivers in this draft too. You got those guys, and they draft them in second round, third round. Beware of Calvin Ridley being traded.
I see Aunt Carly talking about get Sanat up out of here. Damn, bro.
He will never hear He will never hear. He will never hear anyway. He will never hear. I ain't see that motherfucker on field not one time.
He was holding the equipment in Gatorade. He holding the equipment in Gatorade with Quadriolus. Remember Steve Urkel, family man, when he tried out for the basketball team and they told him to be the equipment manager first?
That's it, man. That's it.
Hey, Jew, we got a question for you, Jew. Tony Wright said, believe that we will sign either one or two free agents max. My question to you is, who do you believe the free agents will be? Like Jarrell Casey. I like Jarrell Casey a lot.
And that's a hard question right there. Be honest, I really don't know where we're headed. Like, and that's the problem. That's why I can't wait to the draft, because once we have the draft, then we'll really know what this regime is trying to do. Like, are they going all in on this year, or are they building for the future? Because if you take like a quarterback at number 4, like a Justin Fields, something like that, then that tells us like they're not going all in this year. And that's why me and Mike and everybody here at AFN, we've been saying like this year is not must win, like for Arthur Smith to make the playoffs, stuff like that. So I really want to see what we do in free agency and what we do in the draft. So this is a hard question because based off of what we do in the draft, it kind of will tell me where we're headed, what direction we're going in. Personally, what I would like to see, I wouldn't mind seeing a Jarrell Casey. I wouldn't mind J.J. Watt or Patrick Peterson. There's a lot of guys in free agency I like. It's just I don't know how much money we're going to have because I got to wait and see who else is going to be cut. How much space do we actually have? And then it's up to the player, because a lot of the times, to be honest, we keep saying we don't have money. We don't have the money, but sometimes players want to win so bad. If they've already made a lot of money in their career, they'll shave off, some of the money to go to a contender. I've seen guys take pay cuts to go, they'll take some money off because they want to play for a winner. So it all just depends. Like, it's a lot of names out there. Like I seen yesterday, Mike had a video about Von Miller out there. Like, is Von Miller out there looking for the bag, or is Von Miller trying to go to a playoff contender, or is he chasing another ring? That's what it's really about. It's the same thing with J.J. Watt. He's another guy that hasn't had a ton of success in the playoffs, so maybe he'll come to a place like Atlanta or go to a team that he thinks can win. Like I'm hearing the Cleveland Browns is a team that he's looking at, that he's targeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he looked at the Browns' playoff success this year and would look like they're only a couple pieces away. So he's thinking in his head, if I go join up with the Cleveland Browns, you know, I might be the missing link. You know, they already was playing without Odell Beckham. So he's looking like they get Odell back. You add me on that defense, they might be a few players away. Just like the year when we added Dwight Freeney and we brought in a bunch of those, you know, those last minute signs where we just brought in guys. That's the same thing for us. It's like we really got to wait and see to see where we're headed. Because right now, we're hearing everything. I'm hearing some of everything. They're talking out of both sides of their mouths right now. And I believe we're doing that because, like Mike has said before, we want teams to trade up for that fourth pick. So we kind of have to act like, if y'all don't trade up, we're going to take Justin Fields because we want that pick to be valued. So right now, I don't really know if we're playing that hand. You know, we're playing that hand that we're dealt because we're trying to get teams to move up, or if we really want one of these quarterbacks. We never know. They might really want one of these quarterbacks. You never know, because Arthur Smith's an offensive-minded coach, and I talked about it a little bit in my video. He might want a mobile quarterback. Ryan Tannehill was doing RPOs. He might want one of these new, these new younger quarterbacks that can run. You know, Matt Ryan's not going anywhere, but I'm saying in the future, he might say, hey, look, for my offense to succeed and I can open up the offense, I might want a quarterback that's like an option style quarterback. We don't know what these guys want. So right now, it's kind of like we just got to wait and see. Everything we're saying is just what we're guesstimating. We don't know. This is what we think. We're not professionals. We don't know. We just guessing. And right now, personally, what we've been saying here at AFN is trade back and get the draft capital. And I think that would be the smartest thing to do because I talked about it and I was going to make another video talking about, look at what the Bucs did. They went out and signed a 40-some-year-old quarterback. Everybody was like, that's dumb. Why are they signing Brady? He's like 42, going on 43. He's signing a 2-year deal. But if you look at what they did, they basically went all in for this year. They used their first-round draft pick to solidify their offensive line, bringing in Tristan Wirfs at that tackle position. They signed their quarterback, the veteran quarterback, and then they just added a bunch of pieces during the year. They added Gronk. They added AB. But I don't know if that's the same approach we're going to take. We might go with that same approach to say, look, let's bring in one of these big free agents, splash signings. Let's cut Dante Fowler and see if we can save some money and sign a J.J. Watt or sign another bigger name that may be out there. Let's sign a Von Miller. They might value Von Miller over a Dante Fowler. We really don't know. So we got to kind of just like wait and see. That's why I said it's going to be really exciting to watch this offseason because nobody knows what they're thinking. They're saying a lot of things in the media, but we really don't know deep down, what cards are in their hands right now. We don't know. We just know that we got the fourth pick. We don't know what they're looking to do with that fourth pick. Personally, like I said, the smart thing to do would be trade back. You can get a bunch of draft capital. You already have an elite quarterback here. What I would do is build the line. If Penei Sewell is there at 4, I'm taking Penei Sewell just like the Bucs did with Tristan Wirfs. I'm solidifying that offensive line, and then I'm going out in maybe the second, third round, and I'm getting me a running back to solidify the backfield. You already got Ito Smith. Maybe you bring back a Brian Hill on a cheaper deal, or maybe you bring back a Todd Gurley if he's willing to take like a veteran minimum, and then you're set on offense. Because to be honest, we don't really need anything on offense if we be completely honest. We have a great tight end with Hayden Hurst. We have numerous receivers. We've seen just last year, Russell Gage has developed into a great slot receiver. So to be honest, we don't need anything other than running back. We don't need no wide receivers. All we really need is the offensive line, to be honest with you guys. We don't even need a quarterback, to be honest. So we just need to solidify the offensive line. If we solidify this offensive line and actually build a defense, and we can just be a mediocre defense, like 15th in the league, we could do some things with just that. So I know this is kind of a long answer to what he was asking, but that's a hard question because we don't know where we're headed. We don't know what direction.
We have no idea where we're headed. You're absolutely right about that.
I'm gonna put the K-Style spin on this one. You ain't gonna find out until free agency.
Right.
You ain't gonna find out.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
JJ Watt, you can kiss that dream goodbye. He ain't got the money for that. Von Miller, ain't got the money for that. I did a free agency potential video, and I looked like a dumbass after it came out. So I don't know who we talk about, but like you said, it's a new regime. We know what they want to do. They want to be physical, not fast and physical, not the Gilbert physical. They want to actually have some physicality in the trenches. So down here, Jadeveon Clowney too. Like I said, that's gonna be 50-50 because we don't know how. Like I said, they definitely going to have to do some deals as far as restructuring. But what we know about restructuring is only prolonging the inevitable. That's really what restructuring is. It's moving that major cap hit to next year. So that's kind of what Terry Fontenot, and that's kind of like what his MO is moving that cap hit back, signing these free agents to these low deal, prove-it deals. Hell, to be honest with you, I'm gonna just keep it simple. I don't damn know. So
that's it. Like I really have no idea. I have no idea what they're gonna do because, like I said, we've already looked. You look at the roster at this point. You really don't need a lot on offense. You really, not in defense. Like they have a couple of positions, mainly the safety, linebackers are pretty much shored up. You have pieces on the defensive line, John Kaminsky. You have, Grady Jarrett. You got Marlon Davidson. Like those guys are pretty good pieces. Like you can bring in a couple of edge rushers and kind of play. You kind of play a 3-4, and just run. Just use your linebackers. Like you can blitz your linebackers like we did last year and play coverage. You can draft a couple of safeties, a corner to go with AJ Terrell.
Hey, you just hit the time machine on y'all.
EJ done stole the show. Look at that.
Somebody just hit a baby Allen on Juke.
The show stealer. All right, man. He done stole the show. A whole damn show. Okay. They have a piece. They got a couple of pieces, man. They got a couple of pieces where they can come in and do some things. But like I said, man, there's so many ways that they can go. But I think mainly, like you said, if it's clear to me what they're trying to do. If they were trying to really build the offense, they would have made cuts already for the offense. They would have. One of the first cuts would have been on offense. Like everybody wondering why the hell we didn't cut James Carpenter. He should have been the first one. To be honest, he should have been first before Ricardo Allen. He should have been first before Aaron Bailey. He ain't did squat, but be big. That's it. He hasn't done that damn thing but be big, and he ain't even really good at that either. So he should have been the first one. Him and Jamon Brown, we already got rid of them, but those are supposed to have been the first ones gone, and they didn't do that. So that, right, like I said, a lot of these moves are telling. They are telling. They have not cut anybody on the offensive side of the ball at all. All these guys are pretty much intact. So it's like I said, man, when you got rid of Ben Kirk, and he's a quarterback, he was a backup quarterback. He understands, these guys around him. Like, are we really going to draft a quarterback? Are we really going to take a quarterback before? When you just got rid of two players, you got rid of two players on the defensive side of the ball. You got rid of two players on the defensive side of the ball, and you don't have a backup quarterback to Matt Ryan.
Right.
And nobody knows, like, the only connection to a quarterback, and a couple of guys from in the chat that I'm in, these guys pointed out one thing. Like, the only connection to a quarterback that's worth anything, and he probably not even worth anything, but the only connection that they have to a quarterback is Trash Biscuit. That's it. and that's Rigon. He's the offensive coordinator. So like that's the only connection to a quarterback that they have. That's it.
Hold on. So you said Trubisky. You said Trubisky. This is the Trubisky Dave Ragone picture I just found.
Oh man. Oh my. Oh, wow.
That's how we gonna be looking if they sign Mitchell Trubisky. We just gonna be looking like that. But let's go and hit these super chats we got going on. We got Mr. Gregory Brown with the $2 super chat. He said, "Embrace the change. ATL about to get right and go in."
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we don't damn know.
No,
If
we
they
have
do,
no
they
idea.
do. If they don't, they don't. And David M got a $5. He just sent the $5. Like I said, we appreciate the super chats and everything. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight as well.
Absolutely.
Always. Let's see what else we got. Weezy B asked you, I guess, that you don't think the Falcons won't prioritize Ridley for the future.
I don't think so. I really don't. Like I said, I don't quote me on that. Like honestly, don't quote me on this. And nah. As a matter of fact, quote me on this. I've stated over and over again. I'm not saying this is what will happen. I'm telling you guys, when there is a new regime, just like everybody trying to say, "Oh, Matt Ryan 35, a new regime, he gonna want his quarterback." Just like maybe he will. Maybe he will want his new receiver. Maybe he will want his own running back. Maybe he get rid of Olsen. Maybe he get rid of Ito Smith. Maybe he get rid of every one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he get rid of every last one of those guys and turn around and draft his guys. Like, we don't know at this point. So to sit here and say that this is what's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna automatically, like, Calvin Ridley is gonna be the first guy that they sign to a long-term contract. That's a huge accomplishment for somebody that they did not scout. They did not scout Calvin Ridley. So are you going to commit to him even though you didn't scout him? I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, Big Low Country Sport. What in the world, bro?
What's up?
We got the coach in the chat, man. Okay, we got Nick Turner just asked a question. He said, "What makes coming to Atlanta interesting in a defensive perspective? What do you think attractive is? Is the culture change or the facilities? It's the coaches. I mean, like you said, you got DPs. Like I said, he comes from a championship pedigree. He's used to certain cultures, the New England culture, the Baltimore culture, which is all built on bringing the best out of these players. Like I said, the way the system is, it don't matter how good you are, it's can you do your job?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you might have veteran players that might want to come in to play 1 year and build their stock up for next year. Like I said, it's a whole bunch of different things. Like you said, you got these coaches that's going to hold these players accountable. That's what these players want. They want their coaches to hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And we got Don. He asked another question here. He said, "How bad is the cap space right now for the Falcons?"
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not very good. If, like, we're talking about picking up big time players, that's you can count that out. JJ Watt, Von Miller, those types of guys, we're not getting those guys. Like, we have money to add to what we have already. Sign quality players to what we already have. We have quality players. We have superstar players on both sides of the ball. So, right, we have money to bring in a guy that's going to stop the run, a guy who's going to be solely on third downs, like those types of things. The small, intricate details, what we always preach here at AFN. Like, that's what we have money for. Like that's it. What you think, Jude?
I would say it all depends on who's running the cap. Like you can maneuver around the cap. It was like last year going into free agency, and I said this in the comments. So one of my subscribers had asked me about it when I did the JJ Watt video. It's like last year everybody was like, we don't have the money to get a Dante Fowler. We don't have no money to get Todd Gurley going into free agency. And that's what Rich McKay always has talked about. And even Thomas Dimitroff, when he was here, you can maneuver around the cap. It just depends on if the player is willing. And that's what I was just talking about. It's all up to the player because we don't know what these players are asking for. Some players that come on a 1-year deal, you know, they really want to play for that particular coach or that roster. Like Dante Fowler really wanted to play for Dan Quinn. So that's the reason he decided to come to Atlanta, and they were able to maneuver some things. They cut Desmond Trufant. I forget. I think they cut another player too to create the space last year when we had free agency. They cut Devontae Freeman. They cut Devontae Freeman. They cut Freeman and they cut True, and they were able to open up the cap space to bring in a Todd Gurley and to bring in a Dante Fowler. So I think it's the same, the same this year. Like if you look at a team like the Saints have been in cap hell for I don't know how many years when they had Drew Brees, and they've maneuvered it, but they had Terry Fontenot there that was actually getting those players to sign back on shorter deals and things of that nature. Because if you look at what the Saints kind of did last year, they were able to bring in Jack Rabbit. They was able to bring in some guys for that defense, and they were on a lesser deal than they normally would, what they would normally play for. So I really think that the cap isn't terrible. I just think we still got to wait and see what players are going to be the cap casualties, the players are going to get cut, because that's what's going to create the space to bring in whatever, whoever we're bringing in. So I think it's doable. You just have to have the right person that's running the cap and, who able to maneuver around things, restructure some deals. Like I said, get these guys to come in and sip the Kool-Aid, believe in what Arthur Smith and Dean Pease are preaching. You know what I'm saying? If they believe in these coaches, which I think a lot of players swear by Dean Pease, I think they're going to be able to bring in some guys, especially along the trenches, because Dean Pease is coached in a bunch of different places. He coached with New England. He coached with Baltimore. So he's been around the league. He coached at Tennessee. So a lot of these players, are going to want to come and play for him.
I can tell you who's going to be another cap casualty, and I've said this plenty of times, and that's the backup tight end, Keith Smith. He might get cut.
Yeah, he's out of here. He out. Hey, man, everybody probably don't know why you call it the backup tight end, man.
That's the backup tight end, bro. You ain't see him on them hook routes. You see how he ran them hook routes? He look like a backup tight end. He look better out there than Luke Stalker.
Hey, man, he does have a year on his, so I think he's going to get cut also because he signed a 2-year deal. So I believe, I think he's going to be cut too.
Yeah. And plus, I think they're gonna be looking for more of a physical fullback anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They say Keith Smith wasn't that much physical either. Bless his heart, he tried, but it didn't work for him.
Man, you know what? I see Luke Stalker, like that dude was 7 feet tall for no damn reason. Like that's the biggest, weakest dude I've ever seen in my life. That man, like you that man ankles, he on the damn ground. Like that dude can't do nothing right, bro. He get knocked over by anybody.
You say he was on the Croco Stimpy short bus?
Hey,
that's what you say he is?
He gotta be. Gotta be.
Because at that rate, you should have brought back Levine Toy Lolo if you were going to do that.
Yeah, come on, man. At least he stay on his feet. Every time I see Stalker even missing the blocker, he done fell on the damn ground. Like, what the hell? What good are you?
He said, coming from a Saints fan, why are players like Michael Thomas, Janoris Jenkins, Taysom Hill overpaid? We don't know. Like I said, it's all about the market. It's the market. Like you said, that's why they call them free agency. You free at the right time, you're going to get overpaid no matter what.
Right.
But we don't have the G.
Yeah, you say you don't have. Yeah, I was just saying. I just saw what I just saw. Dang, where it go? What about Tyler Davidson? That's who it was. Tyler Davidson. What do you guys think about Tyler Davidson?
He's
does
gone.
He fit anymore?
He's gone. No. Yeah. No. After he dapped them Saints players up in that last foul game, you're gonna see that he gone.
You ain't let that go. He's not letting that
go. No. Bro, do you think Dean Pease is going to take that? You think he's going to take that? Oh, you dapping up the rival?
Bro, you can do that. You can call them out. You can call them when you get after the game, bro. Like you dapping up players after the game. Like that's what you did. Like, that makes me think. That makes me think. Are you really out there playing to whoop they behinds, or you just trying to be friends? Like that. Look, man. I ain't never in my life dapped up my opponents in a game. Like even when we playing, like, I look. If I'm dapping up somebody, it's because I did some sneaky shit and the ref saw me. That's it. That's the only time I'm trying to dap them up. Yeah. I did something like, man, my fault, man. They ain't mean to do that, and then I go back and do the same thing. But that's the only time I ever dapped up somebody. I got caught doing something dirty. That's it. You shouldn't be out there dapping up your damn opponents. That's crazy.
ATM 3405 just said he dapped the man. He dapped Taysom Hill after he scored the touchdown.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I remember that because Taysom Hill scored on some boot. He scored on a bootleg, and he scored. And Tyler Davidson was the first one to dap him up. I said, "Yep, your ass is gone."
Wow. Yeah, we can't have that, bro. You gotta be up there trying to trip somebody up like have Harvard Dahl, like Alex Mack. You gotta be trying to hit some knees or something, man. Scratch a man, claw his eyes out or something, and the damn pile up. Like you can't be doing stuff like that, bro. No, absolutely not. I see that crap on. If I'm a coach and I see that type of shit on the field while we playing, yeah, you cut. I'm cutting it. I'm sorry, I'm cutting it. I can't have that.
I was surprised. Look, I was surprised he even was still on the team after that game. You think Dean Pease is about to have that on his squad?
Nope.
No. Your ass would have been sent to the locker room. He'd have told the reporter, "Hey, he got a head injury. He gonna be out for the rest of the game."
Go. You got to go. You go.
Yeah, because like I said, I understand if y'all were friends and you did it after the game, that's fine. But not when the guy just scored a touchdown in the middle of a game. Like I said, that automatically was like Tyler Davidson was kind of on the cusp with me, but when I saw that, I said, no. I said, no, you done. You don't need this uniform on no more. You need to go ahead and go back to the Saints if you're doing that. Must have got head injury dapping up your opponents. Probably did.
Just think about Mike Tyson. You just knocked somebody out and he's out there holding the man's hand and dapping him up. Like, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. You got to be crazy. The whole time I seen Mike Tyson do anything like that when he got old, all right? That man was just old. He was just trying to get a paycheck. But when Mike was in his prime, he was that man trying to kill them. He trying to decapitate people, biting people, hitting people in the nuts, everything. That dude, like, that's how that right there is winning. That's that winning attitude that I want. I want you to be dirty. I want you to bite people. I want you to kick them up and get the nuts. I want Ndamukong Suh on my team. I'm sorry, but I want Ndamukong Suh on my team. You know this dude gonna step on your face, step on your fingers, bite your ass if you got them, if he have to. Like, that's what I want. You never see Julio sitting up there dapping somebody up after a damn play. Julio get up, look at him, flip the ball, and go back to the hook. That's all. That's it. You don't be out there conversing with motherfuckers. You crazy? Get out of here with that crap.
Yeah, that's like Mike Tyson. That's like Mike Tyson dapping up an opponent that just punched him in the face.
Yeah, come on, man. Get out of here.
In the middle of a boxing match. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. I can't, like I said, that's not a dog to me, bro. Like I said, you setting a terrible mindset by doing that. You showing the softness.
Right.
That's the Dan Quinn way. We don't need that no more.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, if you go to
I heard that. I'm sorry, but I heard Dan Quinn say that shit. I almost threw up when I heard him say we gotta have respect for our opponents. Nigga, I mean, my bad.
So you about to bring the
I wrote one of my rules. I said I was not gonna use the N-word, but Negro, what do you mean respect for your opponents? Are you kidding me? Why? You're trying to beat him. We ain't got no I don't want no respect. Michael Jordan don't need. Kobe ain't he ain't got no respect for no opponent. He trying to destroy his opponent. He trying to score 81 on him. Michael Jordan trying to embarrass you. LeBron James is trying to embarrass you. Steph Curry, they're trying to embarrass you. They're not trying to dap you up. Man, you got to be crazy talking about some damn respect for your opponent. Look at that weak crap. Oh, man, they just took me back, man. I had a flashback for a second. Dan Quinn used to make me sick when they say we gotta have respect for our opponent. Man, what?
That's why we called him Gilbert. You remember when Gilbert used to come out? He didn't have the pyro. He had the little sparklers. He had the little sparklers. That was Dan Quinn right there. He ain't had no fireworks. He had sparklers. Think he about to do something.
Yeah, man, get out of here with that mess.
Hey, man, it goes back to that culture we was talking about. That's all it is. Like, that's why when I keep seeing all these people talking about cutting Dante Fowler, I'm like, that's what I was talking about with Dante Fowler. He's one of those edgy players. Like, I don't know if y'all remember in that Thursday night game against Carolina where he tried to clip Teddy Bridgewater. I think he was trying to run for a first down and he tried to clip him. I think that's the same game that Teddy Bridgewater actually got injured. I think not Marlon Davidson, but Charles Harris actually had that late hit and got thrown out the game. Yep. Like, I was like, you have to intimidate your opponent. You shouldn't do anything dirty to try to hurt anybody. But at the same time, football is one of those sports where, like I said, you got to be a little bit crazy. And I feel like Dante Fowler, he's that type of guy on this team that has that edge. So I'm like, everybody's like, let's get rid of Dante Fowler. I'm like, he's the only one really that I've seen any heart out of really last year, other than Grady Jarrett occasionally and a four-year little time.
Crazy. Keanu just crazy. So he's naturally a dog. That dude, you can look at him and see he lost. That man, that man got it all. Keanu ain't got it all.
Nah, but you have to be that way though. You have to have a little bit of crazy in you to play football. So like, I just didn't see enough of that on our defensive side of the ball. So I'm like, I want Dante Fowler on this team because, like you were saying, you want a Dominican Sue. You want one of those players that kind of toes the line and sometimes cross the line, kind of like a Dennis Rodman type, where you know he's good to get tossed out of the game sometime, but you need that player that's going to be that spark, whether it's for a good or a bad reason. You want that player on the team that's going to bring that spark, that's going to be a little bit edgy, and I feel like we don't have enough of those players on this Falcons roster.
Hey, I'm about to say, I want y'all to see this comment Ashton that's just put out. He said, fuck it, let's get Montez birthday. Oh shit! Whoa. Oh my god! Boy,
man,
you add that with hey, you add that with Kiki crazy ass, bro. They gonna do straight at the end of every game.
Look, I said I want somebody to toe the line, not somebody that's gonna cross the line. I said Verfit got kicked out the league. I'm good on that.
Yeah, that dude tried to have a hit squad. You try to have got the hit squad as a hit player. Have that dude on our team. Shit, I want to live. I want our people to live, bro.
All right, Sid Falcon asked me what beer do I got for the night. I have Tropicalia tonight. Tropicalia, good for the soul.
Absolutely.
Not really, but it's good for my soul. So.
Hey, you go check out AFN. Everybody go check out AFN on the road to 1K. Also, Miss Maggie T, her channel is at 397, I believe. Help her. I've got 3 people. All right, just go to Miss Maggie channel, and help her get to 300. He's on his road to 900, actually 1,000, but he's close to 900. Hey man, K Styles. We know K Styles, man. K Styles, what you at 160, 170 something?
About 165.
165. Hey man, look, just hit everybody up, man. Hit everybody else's channel, man. Y'all already know. Everybody who's affiliated with the Atlanta AFN, and just show everybody some love, man. That's like you're gonna get great content. You're gonna get entertaining, informative content from us. That's what we do. So I truly appreciate everybody for that, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say I got thrown off by Vontae's birthday, boy. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's like, okay, so if you get Sue Perfect with Keanu Neal, that means we're gonna have at least an ejection every night, every game. You realize that, right? we're gonna have a hockey team out there.
We're gonna lead the league in penalties.
Lead the league in penalties. We're gonna lead the league in their 15+ yard penalties.
Absolutely. They asked what's the difference between Atlanta Falcons Nation. Well, Atlanta Falcons Nation is strictly this is something that we wanted for you guys. The Atlanta Falcons Nation is solely for you guys. We want to use your videos in Atlanta Falcons Nation, where you submit your videos to, give your thoughts on it. That's what we call it. Is we are the nation. So if you guys want to submit a video and give your thoughts, this is what it's about. We actually have Atlanta Falcons Nation where you guys can like if you wanted to write an article, we will post that article on the website. This is for you guys. This is what it's all about. It's all about you guys. So whether it's a video or you want to submit an article, write an article, and we put it on the website, this is for you guys. So that's the difference between Mad Mike Sports and AFN and Jew Talk Sports and whatnot. Atlanta Falcons Nation is for the people. We are the nation. Whether you are Atlanta Falcons or you're not, we are the nation.
And it ain't Mad Mike all over it. How about that?
Yeah, Mad Mike.
Yeah. And the difference between my channel and everybody else's channel is we all got damn near the same opinion. Mine's is just probably like I give you about a little 1-2 minute video. Get to the but I ain't got enough words to make no 10-minute video. I'm gonna just keep it real.
I'm telling you, my videos is 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes.
Jew and I you're gonna get thorough information with you in our videos. Okay, so it's a lot that goes into Atlanta Falcons Nation. All right, include you guys. I'm
about to say, think about it. Think about it like this. Me and Maggie's videos are the talking points. Jew and Mike is the in-depth.
Yeah.
So
we give you the in-depth analysis. We just give you the key points.
Yeah. We set up the idea. They knock it out the park.
We the
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Sid? Appreciate you, Sid. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Sid.
Appreciate that.
Hey, I'm about to say, think about this. When they told you to write a book report, we write the paragraph. We the paragraph.
We the cliff notes. We the cliff notes.
They get the A's and B's during essay time. We get the F.
So we ain't put enough.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Hey man.
But at the end of the day, AFN, like I said, AFN is all of us and all of y'all as well. So,
Absolutely.
like I said, we like I said, we might have views that might be different from theirs and vice versa. So that's why you should check everybody's video out. Everybody has a different perspective.
You know what? I feel like something tonight, you guys. Since we just have such a great audience, what do y'all think about some fan participation tonight? What you think?
Oh, she trying to.
Ooh, fan. Hold on. Let me. Hey, Mike, we gotta do it like this. Fan participation.
I don't know. I feel like opening it up since me and J Rock was trying to get this done, but I've been busy. So
hey, that's the perfect time. That's the perfect time. We got 175 people out there. We get a couple of people on there. How about 5 people? You want to get 5 people on?
We can see, but first, then you have something else you want to go with before we got into this. I don't want to,
we can.
Talk about my channel.
Y'all want to talk about Carson Wentz? Like, do we really want to do that? Okay,
my way hit it.
Yeah, let's let y'all finish, and then we'll get to the fans after that. We can do that. Why not? They've been asking about it. Miss Maggie being generous tonight.
All right.
All right. I guess good old K-Styles is gonna start this off. Carson Wentz to the Colts. Who the hell surprised? That's point number 1. Point number 2. They tried to get a Matthew Stafford deal. And they got set down to earth real quick.
I wonder why.
Nobody want to give up no 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz. Only person I feel bad for is Jacoby Brissett because he's not bad. I don't think Carson Wentz is that much better.
Well, I don't.
And now Philadelphia is $33 million more. They got the most big Carson Wentz trade. That was a $33.3 million dead cap hit, which is the highest in NFL history.
Somebody said they can't find K-Styles channel. Oh, they see Rocket League.
On Rocket League. You got
it's I'll put it in there. I'll put it in there for
I still don't know how to do that yet. So
I'm just K-Styles.
Yeah, it's just K-Styles. It ain't K-Styles. You gotta. It's like I said, it's like a Tribe Called Quest. It's just K-Styles.
Carson Wentz, man. Quite honestly, it just continues to go into everything that we continue to talk about as far as Matt Ryan is concerned. It's like this is one of the reasons why we keep saying it's like $26 million even next year. That's $26 million in cap penalties. Like, who wants to give that money to a guy to go to another team to play for another team? $26 million, like, that's a lot of freaking money. That's cap penalties, and that's going to be like at any given time. Like, I think we were still paying Sam Baker like 3 or 4 or 5 years after he retired because they were spreading out for year to year. So we're still paying Devontae Freeman, believe it or not. We're still paying Devontae Freeman to pretty much play for other teams. So it's like if that's what you want to do with Matt Ryan, trade him away, or he and Julio trade those guys away, and then we stuck with all these damn these cap penalties and whatnot. We can't sign anybody. We have to draft well because you can't sign anybody. So to be honest, like, I don't think if Carson Wentz is in the NFL and he is not as good, or it's better than a lot of these rookie quarterbacks that's in this draft, I believe that Carson Wentz is a lot better than a lot of these quarterbacks that are in this draft right now. If they can't get a first round draft pick for him, okay? If they can't get a first round draft pick for him, so why the hell are we going to trade Matt Ryan away for a guy like a a damn quarterback who couldn't beat out Jake from State Farm. We're going to draft a quarterback that couldn't beat Jake from State Farm. Come on, Falcons, man. Make it make sense for me, okay? We're going to get rid of Matt Ryan and be $40 million in cap debt, $30 million next year in cap debt for a guy who couldn't beat out Jake from State Farm. Come on, bro. Make it make sense to me. And this is why I'm saying, it's like, just because a guy can run fast and he looks like Michael Vick on occasions doesn't mean he's a good quarterback, okay? And this right here continues to prove this, that like what we've been saying, you cannot. There's so many quarterbacks that come in the league right now. The man, have y'all seen damn Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts was not that good at Alabama. He wasn't that good at Alabama. And this man took his job. Make it make sense, Falcons fans. Make it make sense. So I think, honestly, I think Philadelphia got screwed, and I think Indianapolis got screwed. I don't think this is a very good trade for either one of those teams. I think right now, just the coach is just wishing upon the star, man. I think they just wishing upon the star that they got something that they. I don't think it's a very good trade. If I was forced to say that someone won the trade, I would say the Colts won the trade because they're not the one that's giving up damn $30 million. They don't have $30 million in cap debt. That's the only reason why I say they won the trade.
And they could afford to take that contract on because they was one of the top leagues as far as having cap room.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they can take that hit.
Y'all want my long answer or y'all want my short answer? Because this can get real tricky right here.
I'm about to say we can kind of get it on the medium side of the game on that one.
Okay, here we go. And this is what we've been talking about drafting a young quarterback. The Eagles last year decided that they wanted to go and grab Jalen Hurts in the second round when they had a quarterback they just paid a bunch of money to, just like the Falcons with Matt Ryan. And this is the problem when you have a fan base that's not patient. We're just like the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. Carson Wentz was struggling mainly because of the offensive line for the Eagles was in shambles. They had a lot of injuries. Brandon Brooks was hurt on their offensive line. The one guy that the right tackle, I forget, Lane Johnson, he was hurt. They were just battling injuries. They played the most combinations at offensive line last season. They had a coach in Doug Peterson that didn't want to run the ball, just like Farmer Friend. Pretty much everything that was going wrong with the Atlanta Falcons offense last year was similar to what was going on in Philadelphia. That's the reason why both of our head coaches were fired. So we kind of resembled each other a lot last year in a way that our offenses look. Both of us were trying to throw the ball around the yard, and basically our offensive lines looked worse than they really were. So the point I'm trying to make is if we draft a quarterback, are we going to be patient? And that's the problem that I have with drafting any quarterback behind Matt Ryan is so many Matt Ryan haters, just like in Philadelphia with the Wentz haters. You guys, as soon as Matt Ryan throw one interception or has one fumble or whatever the case may be, we're going to be screaming for the rookie to get in the game when he's not ready. Mike talked about it. They put Jalen Hurts in the game like he was a savior, and he couldn't save them. They didn't make the playoffs. He didn't look any better than Carson Wentz looked. He just like Mike said, he could just run a little bit fast. He didn't escape any sacks. He got sacked just as many times as Wentz when he was running outside the pocket. So that's our point. You can draw a lot of resemblance between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. So basically, I feel like in the trade, I do think that the Colts won this trade just for the mere fact of they're not taking that cap hit. The Eagles are taking that cap hit. Another reason why I think that the Colts won this trade is because Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator the year that they won the Super Bowl. He was in Philly. He's worked with Carson Wentz. So I pretty much drew 2 and 2 together early on in the game. When I seen Phillip Rivers was retiring and they started saying that Carson Wentz wanted to be traded, I automatically assumed, well, Frank Reich's the head coach. and he calls the offense over there in Indianapolis, I kind of put 2 and 2 together and said that Carson Wentz possibly will go over to Indianapolis, which end up coming to fruition. Now, the good thing for Carson Wentz is I think that he's going to be able to play a lot better because the Colts actually run the football. They had Marlon Mack. They drafted I forget the kid's name that they drafted last year. Jonathan Taylor, I believe his name is, out of Wisconsin. They have numerous running backs over there that they run the ball. They have like a 3-headed monster. Naheem Hines. They have a lot of guys over there that run the football. Plus, on the defensive side of the ball, the Colts have built the trenches. They went out and signed, I think it was DeForest Buckner from the 49ers. He played really well last year for them at that nose tackle position, solidified that defense. And they have one of the best linebackers in the game in Darius Leonard over there at middle linebacker. So they built their defense kind of like how the Atlanta Falcons are trying to do in talking about building our trenches. So I think that Carson Wentz is going to be able to resurrect his career there, but it's because they're going to do the same things that we're trying to do here in Atlanta with Matt Ryan, with Arthur Smith, and playing physical style football. The Colts was in the playoffs last year with Phillip Rivers just playing there one season. So just like they were able to lead, Phillip Rivers was able to lead that offense because they simplified the offense. I feel like the same thing is going to happen here in Atlanta. So I think in this trade, the Colts definitely won the trade hands down because they didn't even have to give a first-round pick. I really feel like the Philadelphia Eagles got fleeced. But the reason that they got fleeced is because they benched Carson Wentz, and they shouldn't have benched him last year. They should have just let him struggle through the season. But with them benching him, as you hear, when you bench your franchise quarterback, it's hard to go back to him when you've shown that you have no faith in him. So with the Falcons, that's the reason why we're all the coaching staff, the front office, everybody's behind Matt Ryan. We have to have that solidified front. We can't have guys, some are with Matt Ryan, half the team is with the backup. You have to be all behind one guy. And that's what I was talking about with Tom Brady and the Bucs. The reason they were able to win last year in Tampa is because everybody knew it was Super Bowl or bust. They went all in. They signed all of the players they can sign. Whatever free agent was out there that they felt could help their team, they brought them in. And that's what we have to do here in Atlanta. If we really want Matt Ryan and Julio Jones to get a Super Bowl on the back end of their career, I've said this numerous times. It's kind of like the John Elway situation when he won the Super Bowl later in his career. He had Terrell Davis. He was the workhorse. Shannon Sharp and those guys. Elway was on the back end of his career. They counted on that defense. They ran the football, played tough-nosed football, and they were able to win 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. I feel the same way with Matt Ryan. He still can make every throw, but we don't need to rely on him as the sole reason why we should win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. We should build the team around him. If we do that, we'll be able to win a Super Bowl. And I feel like the Colts, they're on their way. Just watch next year. I guarantee the Colts will be back in the playoffs because he's an upgrade. Believe it or not, Carson Wentz is an upgrade over Phillip Rivers at this stage in Phillip Rivers' career. So I do think that them picking up Carson Wentz is going to be great for them. It's going to work out for them because they didn't give up a lot to get him. They didn't give up the house. And this is just another reason why we say they could have easily traded up for one of these quarterbacks. But what did they do? They went for the known commodity, one of these veteran guys. We keep trying to tell you guys the experience. We keep telling you guys they could have easily traded up for a Justin Fields, but they knew it would have cost them a whole lot to risk on a player that they haven't seen play at this level. They've seen what Carson Wentz can do. He's the reason why Philadelphia won that Super Bowl. Even though he didn't play in the playoffs, he was the reason why they started off whatever they started off 10-3 or whatever their record was at the time when he got hurt. So I always tell you guys, go with the known commodity. You know what you're getting. The Colts know what they're getting themselves into. With these rookies, it's boom or bust. You never know. You could draft a guy number 1 in the first round, and he could turn out being a bust.
Let me say this real fast. I gotta because I keep seeing this dumbass comment over and over again, and I just want to bunk this stupid shit. It's like you people just got like I just it's really a dumb comment. It's just stupid. It just tells you that a lot of people just. I'm not calling you stupid. It's just I keep seeing this same dumb comment over and over again that Matt Ryan he's bad in third down conversions. Like 3 and outs. Like, that's not true at all. The Falcons were actually 11th in the league overall in third down conversions. They were top 10. They was 11th in the league, with the exact number being 2020 43.89. All right, percent. 43%. So all these people keep saying that Matt Ryan, D3 and all D3 and all. It's not true. They were one of the best teams in the NFL, the best offense in the league, and third down converting. So I just want you guys to understand, when you draft a quarterback, a young quarterback, he has to have that ability to not only run. Matt Ryan, actually, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league running for first downs. Okay. All right. Believe that or not, he runs for a lot of first downs as a quarterback. So I think I've made a video, and if I haven't made a video, I would definitely, if you guys want those stats for the third down and Matt Ryan. As a matter of fact, this year, I believe the number for Matt Ryan being running for first downs was for the last 2-3 years, it's about almost 40 total first downs. And have your boy, a lot of people think who's the best dual threat quarterback in the league, and Patrick Mahomes, around the same numbers as running for first downs. So all the idea that Matt Ryan isn't mobile, the idea that Matt Ryan got a lot of 3 and outs, is just not true. It's just not true. He may not be the fastest guy, but Matt Ryan gets the job done. And that's what we care about. I don't care about if the guy can run 30, 40 yards for a touchdown. That looks good, but is it consistent? That's the issue. So, again, man, we got to stop with these false narratives and just with these false comments. Like, a lot of these comments is just not true at all.
Well, like I said, that's the narrative we're going to hear all the way up until the draft. We're going to figure out what's really going to go on. At the end of the day, he's still going to be here. So, like I said, if you don't like him, you can stop watching him. Because he's going to be touching the ball there. He's going to be touching the ball every play. So,
well, what's crazy about it, K-Styles, we keep talking about mobile quarterbacks, but it's like, look, who just won the Super Bowl? So why do we care about mobile quarterbacks? Tom Brady has never been mobile. This man got 7 Super Bowl rings. 7. It's based off of the offensive line. And what Mike was just talking about, as far as our offense efficiency, we were moving the ball between the 20s. It's just when we got into the red zone, we couldn't score touchdowns. And what is that? And what reason was that? Was that Matt Ryan's fault, or was that more offensive line? Offensive line, offensive creativity with the offensive coordinator, and being able to run the ball when you get in between the 20s is the reason that we struggled in the red zone. Has nothing to do with Matt Ryan. That has to do with physicality, and that's what we keep talking about. We fix our trenches. The teams that were the best in the league in the red zone. We talk about Arthur Smith coming over, were the Tennessee Titans. They led the league in offensive efficiency in the red zone. But why is that? They got King Henry playing on their team. They run the football. They play hard-nosed football. So when you get into into that short condensed area, within the 20s in the red zone, it becomes hard to run 4 wide outs, especially if you're not creative. That's when you got to go big boy football. Get in the goal line, bring in an extra offensive lineman, run it right up the gut. And that's what we weren't seeing out of the Falcons last year. And we could move the ball between the 20s with ease. We got in the red zone a lot. We just kicked a whole bunch of field goals. It's a reason why Younghoe Koo led the league in scoring. And that's because every time we got in the red zone, we couldn't punch it in because we were soft. And that was all on Dirk Cutter. I don't even blame the offensive line because we didn't attempt to be physical. You had these guys backpedaling. So we can't blame the players for that. We keep calling the players soft, but really it was the coaching staff having that soft mindset. And how can you have a hard-nosed mindset as a player when your coaches are soft? That's just an oxymoron.
Woo.
He done again. He said, "Oxymoron."
Oxymoron. You just called. Damn, he just called them soft. Jeez.
They was soft. They was tissue soft. They was baby shit soft. Whatever you want to call them. It just wasn't good.
I mean, when you got a head coach that or a defensive coordinator that you in 3rd and long and you scared to blitz, that's when you know you soft. Period. It's 3rd and 20. It's 3rd and a mile, and you scared to blitz. You rushing 3. We soft. That's what made the Falcons soft. Like I said, it's our scheme. Has nothing to do with players.
No, Jew, you said it wrong. 3rd and 20 is the Amber Rose slut walk defense. You gotta get it right. That was the Amber Rose slut walk defense because it was 3rd and 20, and these motherfuckers was converting these. That last Tampa Bay Buccaneer game we had when they had that 3rd and fucking 15, and they completed a 35-yard pass on that. Damn that. I'd rather blitz your ass and make you beat me with the throw, not give you everything.
That's it. And that's culture. That's what we're talking about. That's the culture that Dan Quinn and that coaching staff built. That's why I say with Dean Pease, I guarantee you on 3rd and long, even 3rd and short, I guarantee you don't see us playing soft man zone coverage. I guarantee what did he say in his press conference when he first came in? I'm blitzing from everywhere. You ain't gonna know where I'm blitzing from. I'm blitzing from everywhere. That shows you right there. Aggression. I'm coming in, we're gonna be aggressive. And we telling you straight up, you can't get comfortable. Whoever that quarterback is, we coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you must set the tone.
Absolutely.
That's the only way you're gonna win. You have to set a standard. You have to set a mentality. Like I said, if you set a mentality of, well, we coming for you, I don't give a damn what you throwing at us. You gonna beat us. We not gonna let you. Like I said, we ain't gonna give you a chance. You're going to have to earn it. That's pretty much what it comes down to, man.
Absolutely.
All right, people. It's that time to go ahead and get some fans on here. We haven't done this since the season, actually. So we're going to give some fans a couple of opportunities. We'll probably give it about the last 20 minutes or so. Just let them come on and give us their opinions about what's going on with the state of the Falcons franchise and who do y'all think is going to be picking up in the draft. Let's be respectful. I will cut you off real quick, and you don't have to be a Falcons fan either. We've been having some all types of fans from different teams, so you don't have to be a Falcons fan. And if you don't even want to talk about the Falcons, but your own team, I'm open to that as well. So we're going to go ahead and drop the stream. You can come on here with the panel, just like us, and say your piece. Hold on, let me sit that in the chat. So I'm only limited to a couple of people, so not everybody gonna be able to get on here. Okay, it's a lot of y'all in here. So, but come on and speak. If you have some earpieces, though, be careful. If it's Bluetooth headphones, it might get some feedback. So if I tell you in the private chat that you sound bad, I'm cutting you down. Okay. That's all. We just, we're all about quality.
So make sure your tablets and TVs are turned down if you're watching it on both your,
I already see some people.
I'm about to say, William Amy, he's bringing up Mel Kiper Jr. and talking about some stuff. Like I said, and I'm still going to stand on it. The way that Mel Kiper Jr. is talking about Zach Wilson and how he's going to hype him up, I don't care what nobody says. I think Zach Wilson's gonna be the number 1 overall pick.
That man to hype up a damn cheese sandwich, man. That dude.
I'm a stand on.
Greatest cheese sandwich in the universe, man.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm gonna stand on it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like I said, if he's gonna be talking about all these intangibles and he's pro ready and stuff, he gonna hype this guy up so much that Zach Wilson is going to Jacksonville.
Oh. Lord.
All right, William, I see you. Come on, then join the stream. You don't have to be on camera. You can hide yourself if you're, nervous about that. You can hide your camera and talk. It's fine. long as we can hear you. So come on the stream for a little bit before I cut it off.
Hold on.
This is your opportunity. You've been asking for it.
Fan
Who's the first
appreciation.
one up?
Fan appreciation. Ooh, yeah. Bring your asses on.
Come on over to my place
And talk
Come
your
on, let's go.
shit. That's the fan appreciation theme song. Thank you. Atlanta Falcons Nation version.
Ooh, yeah. I don't see it. I see you.
Okay.
I guess until they get on, let's get in a couple of these comments though. They flying. They flying back.
Yeah. I see a lot of Matt Ryan in this book. Good gracious.
Nathan said we need a Matt Ryan hater to get on so Mike can go off.
Man, they don't want that problem. Trust me, they don't want it. I will embarrass you. I will damn sure embarrass you. Okay, you gonna trust me. You will don't do that to yourself. You Matt Ryan hater, stay in the comments where you belong. Okay, you do not want these problems. I promise you don't.
Hello, Triple G said Zach Wilson looked like a character on the old MTV show The Hill. It's like something about Zach Wilson is off to me. I don't know what it is. Something is off.
He's just weird looking, bro. Hey.
There
Oh my
he
God.
goes. Wow. That I was supposed to get a spirit finger that's supposed to pop up.
Okay. Let's
Got some
get
people.
William.
Who we got? We got
William.
William. Since he was the first to say me, we can go ahead and let William come on and say something. You ready, William? Give me a thumbs up.
Dwayne P says Zach Wilson look like Jimmy Neutron.
All right, William, finna bring you
Wow.
on. We're finna bring you on. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Doing good.
All right. This is your platform right about now, so speak your piece.
I think that this draft that we're gonna do, I think we're gonna really get us a corner, and I feel like we're gonna let go some good players go, as a James Carpenter, Tyler Davidson. I mean, only person I really say safe is Keanu Neal, because how I see our defense was playing this year, I feel like Keanu Neal was playing with his heart and soul. And I think that we're gonna get a corner in the first round. I think Patrick Surtain. Second round, we're gonna get a running back. I don't know if it's gonna be Travis what's his name, Travis Ellington or whoever, but I just think we're gonna get some new people. And I don't like how Miles Kiper just keep talking about Atlanta's gonna get Zach Bryan as a quarterback. Like, how dare you disrespect Matt Ryan? He did to this franchise. So we gotta get him a defense to help Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. Got to win in the trenches. That's how I see it. But I just think the person who's going to be safe this year is probably Keanu Neal. I don't really see nobody else safe. And I think Isaiah Oliver going to stay. And I don't know about Keanu, not Keanu, but Kendall Sheffield and the rest of them guys. So, yeah, that's all I have to say, man. I just think that Mike Kappa was wrong, how you saying. And y'all need to look at what Roddy White had to say about him. He's speaking truth.
Yeah. Talking about he not as mobile as everybody say he is and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was foul. Some people smoking out a Miles Kiper pack. Then he stopped. Then he chill out with that, man. So I just think that Keanu Neal should be safe, and I just think we need to just build some running back. We got holes on defense and end. Help Dante Flower, great Jared, and I think that some people like Deion Jones need to take a little pay cut. Deion Jones and a great Jared restructuring the contract so we could open some cap space, and I guess we're just gonna beat the defense. And I think just get a running back. That's probably it. That's all I see. And I think we're missing some tight ends also as well with some depth on that tight end spot, a free agent or something like that. That's what I see.
Well, you don't like Keith Smith at tight end?
Come on, bro.
Luke soft. That boy soft as a marshmallow. He ain't gonna bust a great. He ain't gonna bust a great. But I just feel like who really was safe, who really Keanu Neal and Tyler Davidson, he out the door. Cause I just feel like he just went playing with enthusiasm. And Raheem Morris, I don't know why they get him that LA job. I don't think he's gonna do a good job with LA Rams. I don't think he so. He gonna have and Dan Quinn and them. I feel sorry for him because we coming this year. Oh yeah, new coaches have changed. Hold everybody accountable. No more soft speaking about the coaches and all that. It's about playing for your job.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say, man. What y'all guys thoughts though?
Hey, you better step up or get stomped on. That's the key word.
That's right.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah, I just feel like I said. I just feel like that Arthur Smith gonna do a great job finding the running back. I don't think Todd Gurley's staying. I think we need to keep Brian Hill, get him a little shot. And I'm glad we let go Ricardo Allen because he's not the same no more. I just wish him the best. I just think he's not the same player that he was, 2016 when we had Brian Poole and them. And, I missed our hard, nasty defense we had in 2016. But it's time to rebuild.
It sounds like you need to be our GM. You said Brian Hill. I was like, okay. You sound like you need to be the GM, dog. I like what you're saying. I think everything you said was right on point. Cornerback, running back. I think everything you said was on point. Keanu Neal, I think he's still gonna be around. He's the only guy safe. Everything you said was right on point, man. It sounds like you need to be the GM.
Hey, because Terry Fournette not playing. I don't think he's playing, man. I think some of these players will be the only person gonna be safe is probably Kendall Sheffield, Isaiah Oliver, and Keanu Neal. I think that's the three players probably gonna be safe. But everybody's like Alex Max, James Carpenter, Tyler Davidson, they gone. They gone. Luke Stocker gone.
All right, William. I definitely want to get Desmond some chance to get on as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get him on as well. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on, man.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna get Desmond next, and then John is afterwards. So let's get Desmond. And what's up, okay, Styles?
Hey, I was about to say I actually have the perfect sound to describe Ricardo Allen. This is how he was.
Oh my God.
Hold on, here you go. Just listen.
No, man, stop. Don't do that.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, go ahead.
Man, I've been playing that whole scroll down up. Come on, man. Stop, man. Stop, man.
That was Ricardo Allen right there.
That's what I got.
Well, go ahead, Desmond. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna keep it short. But basically, how I see it is, we trade back for Sewell, like they'll trade back, acquire picks, and just basically go defense. Running back, I don't think we should go, first round, maybe even not even the second round, because it's a good value in the third, fourth round, like Kenny Gainwell. And you got the guy Kevin Marks from University of Buffalo. But me, I just want to see defense. That's our thing. And defense, go defense. That's all I want to see for real, man. Because I'm a defensive player, and that's all I pretty much want to see. So that's my take on it. But yeah, y'all enjoy the show, man. I got to get the kids to bed.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
That was short and sweet.
Hey, that's how you got to get it sometimes.
Hey, you right? That's right down K-Style Alley, man. Short and sweet, man.
Exactly. Sometimes folks ain't gonna want listen. They want that short. Like, some people's attention span ain't the greatest. But...
All right, we got John Kelly. You ready? All right, let's get them on. You know what? You the only one left. So hey.
So how are y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Like, this is coming from a Saints fan. I really love what y'all do, and y'all are one of the few Falcons fans I won't troll, or not plan on, at least. But the thing I want to get into today is, like, I know why the Saints are in this cap situation is because they put themselves in it, overpaying guys like, I'm just going to say, Slant Boy, Michael Thomas, Janoris Jenkins, who's getting burnt sideways to sideways, and then Taysom Hill, who's fumbling the ball. I mean, I just think they're better than this. I mean, you shouldn't pay a lot of money. Forget, no disrespect to Julio, but it's too risky to pay a receiver that much money.
And he's number 2. Just letting you know.
Plus, I mean, what teams really need to pay is like defensive coordinators and the coaches more. I mean, because it's easy to replace guys like Janoris Jenkins, but I mean, it's not easy to replace Julio, and I get that. But like, even when Julio was injured, I still thought the Falcons' offense was pretty good because if you watched them play the Bears, I mean, forget the outcome. You watched them play the Bears. They played really well in that game against a defense like them. So, I definitely think both teams have potential.
Okay. And I like to hear, a fan's perspective from another team. And I've been hearing that y'all in cap space hell as well. So,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I do think it'll be fine soon, but it lives rent free in my head.
Yeah.
Because it's not the cap space itself; it's the players who are getting paid that much money. Like Janoris Jenkins. What's that?
Ask you a question.
Sure.
Well, about your quarterback situation. What are your thoughts on that? Because Breeze is leaving, right?
Probably so. But here's the thing: I would even be fine with the 2 or 3 quarterback rotation guy. Like, I don't think Taysom Hill should be the guy at all. When he like runs or throws, he just seems off. But I'd be fine with keeping Jameis, but I'd also be fine with him walking. But here's the thing: nobody's talking about. Even if like he's not a start, this guy I'm about to talk about is not a starter, I would be fine with Sean Payton developing a guy like Mitchell Trubisky or Cam Newton, who's a cheap contract. Like for a cheap money, like I would love to see Sean Payton develop because I think that's what he does best.
Yeah, he does do that best. I can say that. Of course, it's a rivalry, but I'll be real about that. He does do that best. So
yeah.
So I'll be interested to see what y'all gonna end up being, but y'all gonna be in the bottom of the totem pole. I'm just letting you know.
That's fine. I mean, I'm prepared for a long season, but I'm still gonna enjoy the season because the passion for my team, I'm still gonna enjoy it. Like, I totally get the trash talking stuff.
Yeah.
But the division is gonna be fun to watch next year. Like, I'm pumped for the NFC South. Like, it's not talked about enough.
It's not. We are pretty much the underdogs of all the divisions and things like that. So it'll be nice to see what we do on the South.
These Tampa fans are really getting on my nerves. Trying to put up a billboard in New Orleans. I don't understand putting up a billboard in New Orleans. It's like New Orleans has owned them a lot, and they will continue to own them.
Absolutely, Mike. You got some issues going on down there, sir. And I see William. Let me go ahead and get William on here too, since you want to join. If you don't mind,
that's totally fine.
William join as well. Mine as well.
Sure, that's fine. Also,
yeah. I just feel like the Saints. Y'all had a good year, but I know Drew Brees now. When the cliques up, it's just time for them to win the division. Because like Tom Brady.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, I'm thankful. Like, I didn't really watch the Saints as much like when Brees was in his prime, like because I first got into them a couple years ago, and that was not because of their record; it's just their jerseys and their stuff. But I just think Drew Brees, I just think his injuries might get worse and his throwing will get harder because you need to throw downfield these days because football has changed. You need to throw down the field to win.
Yeah,
and Winston can do that, and heck, even Mitchell Trubisky or Cam Newton can do that. So I'd be fine with Sean Payton developing those guys.
I think y'all need to get Cam Newton if I was y'all.
Because his contract thing, his contract seems kind of cheap. So I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cam would be a good fit for that for Sean Payton. I'm just saying, I know Cam can run that.
But here's the thing. Now y'all can see why Josh McDaniels' name is not going around anymore. Is because the Patriots' offense is not good anymore. Now Patriots' defense is elite, but it won't shock me if the NFC South just sweeps the Patriots next year. Will not shock me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that I think Mac Jones going to the Patriots for Alabama. I think that he might trade up. I think we if we trade up, I think we going defense. I just don't trust us getting the quarterback because we need to build pieces around Matt Ryan and stuff. Like I understand that, but you talking about the Saints and stuff. But yeah, but I just think that y'all getting a quarterback out of that.
But speaking of the Falcons, like I do think they have good bit of depth offensively, and I know you've heard people say this a lot, but I think they should go after no linemen, except go after guys like Trey Smith out of Tennessee, O lineman from Georgia, like Alabama.
Yeah.
Don't get those Pac-12 crap unless it's maybe Penny Sewell, but I would take Trey Smith honestly from Tennessee.
Sound good.
But Julio's a great receiver, but even if he were to get hurt again, I still think Falcons' passing game should still look really good. Because even as laughable as their play calling was, it still should be scary good.
Yeah, but I think we need to run the ball in situations, not throw all the time. That's why we lost that Super Bowl.
If you don't have a running back that's dumb sometimes, it just runs backwards 7 yards on like a 3rd and 2 or just scores when he's not supposed to, then that'll work.
I mean, when we had Patrick DeMarco, what's his name? DeMarco, we had a fullback. We just got to drive running back, fullback, defense and cornerback, free safety. That because we had 20. We was the worst leading passing because we don't have no help outside of AJ Terrell. So we got the address on our right corner outside AJ Terrell. We had to. I mean, I don't trust him on Sheffield because he was getting toasted like James Brown.
Yeah.
What do you also think about the quarterback Jamie Newman out of Georgia? Because if I was the Saints, I'd look at him, but I also would look at a receiver like Trevon Grimes or Terrace Marshall, or I'd also look at a safety like Jacoby Stevens or Richard LeCount.
Oh yeah, because y'all have to repay Marcus Williams out of Utah, free safety. So y'all have to
forget just the famous letdown he had 3 years ago. Like I do remember that play, but I wasn't a fan then, so I couldn't really explain. But something just seems off to me about him.
Nah, I don't think he off. I think he just made a huge mistake. I mean,
I'm not talking about the mistake. Forget that.
Oh, okay. You talking about the quarterback, right?
What's that?
You talking about the quarterback situation?
No, I don't even care if they draft a quarterback in the 1st round.
I mean, y'all have to. I don't trust James Winston. I just don't because if y'all let him start, what is he going to do difference?
I totally get that as well.
You guys go with y'all have, like Tyson Hill, or go grab y'all quarterback.
I just think New Orleans needs to make a good bit of cuts or trades or restructure contracts and then use the draft a lot. Because they have nobody to blame but themselves for overpaying a bunch of guys like Janoris Jenkins, who can't cover really well, and then Taysom Hill, who's fumbling, and then Michael Thomas, who's getting hurt a good bit. I just think it's too risky.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Michael Thomas was hurt, and he was having some on and off field issues, also as well. Tyson Hill. I mean, yeah, you correct on that. I just think y'all just about to do. Go on the draft and get y'all quarterback because Drew Brees is going to hang it up.
Absolutely, because even if Drew Brees comes back, I'd draft a quarterback. I mean, I just wish Drew would go ahead and retire so then Saints can still.
Do you have enough money for Drew Brees? That's the question. Do you think you have enough money for Drew?
Well, here's the thing. Wasn't it like 2 weeks ago where Drew Brees restructured or something?
Not sure. Yeah, he was structured. He was structured. He gave like 24 million in the cap space, but I think he's trying to go for like a 1 year deal.
But I do think he should hang it up personally because I just think if he's getting all those injuries and he can't throw downfield, then it's going to get predictable and it's going to piss me off. So, I think they need to open up the playbook next year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I mean, if I want to get another title, I mean, if all you guys are, like I say, I'll keep Drew Brees and turn the address on the wide receiver because Michael Thompson might not be y'all guy.
Because here's the thing: even if Saints did beat Tampa Bay, Drew Brees probably would have thrown those balls right to Kevin King. Because I knew we were going to lose. Because Tom Brady put enough air on the ball, Drew Brees does not put enough air like he used to.
Yeah,
that's the main issue for me. Like I respect Drew Brees, and he's tough as nails, but I just think he needs to hang it up personally.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree. Also, I just think I just need to get a quarterback, or address on that.
Like who are the quarterbacks in mind you think Saints should draft?
Justin Fields. I think he need to work on his read on defense a little bit more.
All those Saints pick 28. So who do you think will fall though?
I would think Mac Jones from Alabama. If it's not Mac Jones, it might have to be. I'm not trusting Zach Wilson. What's the other quarterback out there? What other quarterback?
What college?
Yeah.
Probably a Kyle Trask type of person or something like that.
Kyle Trask. I can see that.
Yeah, because this draft, it's a make or bust. Because
I do not want Felipe Franks either.
I hate Felipe Franks, man.
I don't.
I don't think nobody does. I'm about to say you can get Stetson Bennett the fourth.
I know y'all hope that. I know y'all hope the Saints Stetson Bennett. I know y'all just hope so.
No, the reason why I say that because I know Mike's disdain for Stetson Bennett, so that's
but wouldn't it be the Falcons fans' dreams if the Saints just drafted Stetson Bennett and then the Saints sucked for years?
I don't think Stetson Bennett gonna get drafted at all, to be honest with you.
I would laugh my behind off.
I don't think it's just his height. He just doesn't have it in him.
He's a bum. Plain and simple.
That dude is trash, man. It's like you said, I don't think it's his height. Because he's about the same height as Doug Flutie was, and like Doug Flutie could still throw the ball, but like this dude is just. I don't know what the hell he throw. He be throwing the ball 15 feet. He's 5'5" anyways. He be throwing the ball 7 feet, 8 feet.
I know Russell Wilson's a great quarterback, but I actually wouldn't want him in a Saints uniform because his contract and his age just concerns me. That all just concerns me.
I agree. I agree with that. I would not want Russell Wilson on my team because of the injuries and the hit that he was, accrued.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you agree with me because one Saints fan I followed on Twitter, Chris Roggerlu, I made a comment that said I don't want Russell Wilson or something, and then he retweeted that and said April Fool's is not for another 2 months. So then I blocked him and then embarrassed me on Twitter completely. So.
I do not. He's taking too many hits. He's taking more hits than Matt Ryan over his career, and he's played a lot less. At least 4 years. 4 years in Matt. Less than that.
People laugh at me for saying the Falcons need to draft O linemen, but that's just what they have to do. Except the question is, who are the linemen they need to draft? Get guys from the SEC, not from the Pac-12. Get guys like Trey Smith out of Tennessee, the #1 recruit like 3 years ago. Georgia linemen, Bama linemen like Landon Dickerson, Deontay Brown, Alex Leatherwood, and then just some of the big boys.
Yeah, I like that because I think we just got a hole on the left guard spot. I really think like James Hawkins.
I think Trey Smith is a guard, so I really think that would be a good fit. I hope they don't draft him, but I think that's the guy to go after.
Yeah, because if this was Thomas Dimitrov, we'd be getting offensive linemen from DeVry University.
Wait, LSU? Although LSU linemen aren't bad.
They're a lot better than DeVry University and Everest Technical Institute.
Yeah.
Or whatever school Carson Wentz came from. I do not want any players from that.
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
You don't want no North Dakota State guys.
I mean, in terms of linemen, I wouldn't say that, but in terms of quarterback, then you say, yeah, okay, maybe, but I think FCS guys are, even for North Dakota State, are too small. Like at the line position, that does concern me if I'm an NFL team. But Trey Lance, if you're looking for maybe a guy to back up Matt Ryan for a couple years, I would also consider Trey Lance personally because I think it would work out well.
I agree.
Absolutely.
All right. On that note, people, we're going on our 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
It's time to wrap it up.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you.
Definitely.
What to the two guests though? Make sure you let us know about how we can find you. If you got anything that you want to plug, this is the time to do that. Like if you're doing something for YouTube, whatever your projects are, this is the time you can go ahead and let us know. Anything about that. If you got anything, this is your time to shine.
Well, I'm trying to start a YouTube channel, except I'm trying to learn how to actually use proper video mechanics and stuff. So it's gonna take a while.
Hey. Sometimes you just gotta find, sometimes your phone can have like apps and things and that you just look. Sometimes you just gotta get out there.
What's that?
All he does is in front of his camera and record. Don't get too fancy. Just sit on the camera and record.
Just record yourself.
The thing is, I run out of ideas during the video, and I kind of troll a bit too much. So,
well, hey.
It's like I have to pause because I run out of ideas so much during the video, which is kind of frustrating.
Okay. We get it.
Plus, I act kind of weird on camera a bit, so
And what about you, William?
I'm sorry about that. I was getting me some spaghetti. I could do a video.
That's what I'm about to go do is eat.
Exactly.
But I ain't gonna hold that up so much. I want to shout out to Matt Mike, man. Condolences to your mother. God bless her soul. Let her rest in paradise. I lost my grandma to cancer. I think last year around December she died of cancer, but she had a better.
I'm so sorry.
So I feel your pain, bro. So it's all good. She been in my life. She did the best she can, bro. She wrestling with the Lord.
And Mike is strong. I was right there with him the whole time. Mm-hmm.
So I know how I feel.
God will do his thing in watching over them. So I think y'all get through it. Just make sure which I'm trying to improve my relationships with people. So I'm trying to just improve just in case the last day does come with whoever.
Absolutely. Don't hold those grudges or anything like that.
I'm trying not to. It's really hard for me. I'm trying.
God said you love one another, you love your neighbors. That's what God's saying about. When I actually give out money to homeless people, that's what God wanted me to do it, and I like doing that. So but in the meantime, I'll join the channel. Just let me know because I want to be with the broadcast and give y'all updates what's going on with the Falcons. It have nothing to do with the Falcons, but updates on the NFL what's going on.
I'm actually not even a Falcons fan, so which I found interesting. I'm glad they let me on here, and I love
any fans. We're open to any type of fan, We just love that you guys are watching us. We're not.
I do. Subscribe to all their channels: Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mad Mike Sports, and whatever the other 2 or 3 are. Make sure you subscribe to them.
Thank you.
Hit that subscribe button for Mad Mike, Let's Change, Juice Sports, everybody. You know what I mean? I got but just get all these people to think they give us the best video.
All right, but on that note, we're getting ready to hang it up. We might be tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. Depending on what the Falcons do tomorrow, because they've been doing some moves.
What time do y'all usually come on and do these
It's
shows?
random right now.
At 8 o'clock.
They're between 7 and 8 o'clock. We just gonna say that.
Yeah. So you'll know. We'll announce it and everything else. But we might be on tomorrow. We'll see. But lately in the off season, we haven't been consistent with it. It's just depending on what's going on in
it's fine.
in NFL. Mm-hmm.
And one thing.
So hey, if you see us, come back. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Absolutely.
I'm glad.
Like the draft, the NFL draft is living rent free in my head right now. I'm trying not to think about it because just the chaos.
What you say, William?
Well, I was saying I'm glad Dan Quinn and Thomas Dementia out of here because Lord knows they was doing some bad decisions. It's going to be all about the ball. We're going to be physical. You said that all year. We wouldn't do it.
Although, in all seriousness, back in 2019, I was a little hesitant on the Falcons firing Dan Quinn because he finished the last 2 years strong, I just didn't think they should have fired him yet. But then seeing him start 0-5, I was like, yeah, he should go. But I kind of felt sorry for Quinn just because the energy he brought on defense. But, you know, I just think it was the right timing for it to happen.
It was.
It is what it is. Got to move on. It's a new era. I mean,
yeah.
All right, y'all just wrap it up. I know y'all might get y'all a hot meal because I'm eating. I got to get ready to work in the morning.
No, I'm about to go eat too. Thank you, both of you guys. I appreciate you joining. We're getting ready to jump it off. And good night, guys.
Please help spread this channel. I mean, I'm serious.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being on tonight. All right, people. Good night.
Salute.